All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the pod. We getting it rolling this year. I've been uh on myself about staying consistent, getting a lot of these at least shot. And then we're about to rest later. So we starting off the year strong. We got another active fighter in the building, and I think that's going to be the direction of the podcast. It seems like I've been getting a lot of fighters lately. I mean, it makes sense because um, what I do, but I don't mind it. I ain't gonna lie I don't mind it. It just makes for more interesting conversations. So, um, with all that being said, I want to introduce my guest. We're bringing him on, talk about his journey to starting his pro debut in boxing. So everybody, Mitch Green, what's up, man? How you
How you
been?
doing, everybody? Thanks for having me, Trey, man. I appreciate the honor.
Man,
Appreciate being a part of your show and giving me the opportunity to put myself out there and promote myself. If you don't know me yet, I appreciate the opportunity for you guys to tune in and get to know me, and get
right.
to know the fighter I am, the person I am, the husband, the dad, the brother,
Mm-hmm.
the son that I am. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you all. Thank you, Trey, most importantly. Thank you, God.
No
Thank
problem.
my beautiful wife. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, so it's crazy. I didn't even know. I didn't even know until she mentioned me that you was boxing.
Mm-hmm.
And then with all the how many amateur fights did you say you had?
21 fights.
So it's like, dang, you've been doing it for a minute.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when did you first start?
I started boxing around the end of 2020, beginning of 2021.
Right.
So fairly to a lot of people, I started boxing a lot late. Started in my late 20s,
I started in 2021 too. So
You
I don't know what it was.
we
It's
got
just
something in common right
right.
there. Like that whole COVID thing, people sitting in the house, trying to find themselves, find something to do, find something to
Right.
get into. So it's like that took me down the path of talking to myself and wondering what I want to do in my life. And,
Mm-hmm.
I turned up in the gym and God willing, it brought me on this journey, and here I am now,
Right.
5 to 6 years later, still trying to achieve my goals in life and in the boxing community. So
Yeah. I was just thinking about that the other day how long it's been. I'm like, damn, I really been in it for a minute. And
yeah,
like
man.
I remember my first year. The first year felt kind of long, and then I don't know, like 6 months in, I was thinking about taking the fight, and then I think it was my coach that convinced me to wait, or something like that, and then I'm glad I did. I ended up waiting like another 6 7 months or whatever, and
Mm.
damn, the whole journey just from where I started, because people don't believe when I say I walked in there like 240, 245.
Man, like
Man,
most people, when we come into the gym, we out of shape.
right.
A lot of people don't realize that. Like,
Hmm.
we can think like, oh man, I was an athlete here. I played football here. Like, I'm in
Hmm.
decent shape. I go to the gym maybe two to three times out of the week. But
Right.
fighting is a different game. It's a different kind of
Hmm.
cardio. It's a different kind of mindset where you got
Yeah.
to walk up in there and want to spar the guy that
Right, you can't play
man,
spar. You can't have a bad day in there. If you having a
no,
bad day, you might as well not come.
come on now. And even if you do have a bad day, a lot of people don't talk about having to go home and sleep on that.
Right.
Even though it is sparring, it's like as a man or as a woman that's in the sport, we still have to hold ourselves accountable for when we have good days and bad days. And when we have bad days, it's like, man,
Hmm.
got to bite that bullet a little bit and try to sleep on like, man, what did I do wrong? What could I have done right?
Hmm.
What led up to that? So it's like
Hmm.
sparring is a lot. It's mental, man. And just going back to what we said about being in the gym for the first time,
Hmm.
it's it's a process, man. It's really a
And it's
process.
humbling.
It really is. It'll really
Yeah.
humble you. You can't go in there with an ego. Any gym, I don't care if it's jujitsu, Muay
Right.
Thai, boxing. You got
Right.
to check yourself before you go in the doors, because if you don't, somebody will be in there and they'll do it for you.
Right. You can be 32 and get pieced up by a 16-year-old
Man,
that's been doing it since he was
come on
six,
now,
7.
come on now. It's really an eye opening experience, and I encourage everybody to at least get into the gym once, because it helps you find yourself as a person, male or female. It don't matter. It's like
Hmm.
it's humbling in that sense, but also like you might have a good day and you find something out that you never knew you was capable of, and it's like,
Right.
wow, that's an
Hmm.
eye-opening experience. Now you carry that outside the gym, just living a normal day in your life. So I encourage
Hmm.
everybody to have that experience, man. It's a good experience.
Yeah, and then just especially women, like
Mm.
in this day and age, the world is crazy. It gets crazy and crazier, and it's I believe it's so hard to just being a woman and exist in the world worry free.
Yeah.
So being able to, have some understanding of protecting yourself, that's something that I think men and women, but
Hmm.
more important, women should have a basic understanding of how to do.
Totally
And
agree with that.
yeah,
Totally
it's
agree.
life changing, especially your kids. I think people should get their kids into it more often. Um, I know people be afraid to do that, especially like football with all the injuries, all the
Yeah.
contact, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like fighting is a little more safer to
It could
train.
be in a sense
Mm,
because with most coaches, especially when I first came into the gym, a lot of my coaches prioritize moving your feet, moving your head. Like there's no
defense
reason to
first.
take
Yeah.
there's no reason to take unnecessary damage if we don't have to. Like,
Right.
it's all about being in there and flowing like water. Like for real, just being able to adapt in situations, being able to move your feet, being able to be comfortable and knowing what to do. So like
Hmm.
it's definitely good in that sense, and it gives you that companionship for kids. Like some kids don't have that when they go to school. Like they might feel like an outcast, or
Right.
some kid is talking about them, bullying them about what they wear, how they act, or what they
Hmm.
into. So like when you go to the gym, all of that is out the door. We all here for the same purpose, the same goal, the same reason. So
Hmm.
it's definitely good for a lot of younger kids and older kids to get into. It's not it's a violent sport, but it's also brotherly love.
I mean, and then don't forget the art aspect of it.
Hmm.
When
Hmm.
you think of art and you think of like painting, world renowned artists and stuff like that, they think of it as like an expression,
Yeah,
and it's healthy for kids to find some type of outlet to express themselves. Um,
definitely.
most fighters, most boxers, they got the same story. They was fighting bad as kids, and then somebody forced them to get in the gym, and
Yeah,
they got a little bit of discipline in them, and then they turned that anger into something positive, something
exactly.
worth using.
Yeah,
So
put that violence in the right area, not towards the wrong area.
mhm.
So
Then
yeah,
just a trained tamed animal.
yeah, yeah,
So,
definitely, definitely.
but yeah, you think y'all go get your kids into
I
martial
get
arts?
asked this a lot. I got three boys, so when I first started boxing, it was like, yeah, I want them to because I like the discipline aspect. I like
Right.
the brotherly, like I said, the brotherly love that you get, the companionship and all
Mm-hmm.
that. But then as I kind of got more into the sport as the years gone by, more fights I had, more sparrings I had around the community, and I kind of looked at it different. And I
Mm-hmm.
love boxing for myself, but for someone that does it to put their kid in it, me personally, I wouldn't want to see my son, or if I had a daughter, go through the pain that I share.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I just wouldn't. Now, other sports like football, soccer, baseball, basketball, I can see that, but boxing, I kind of would leave that to the side because it's a world of hurt and you have to go through a lot. It's a lot of behind the scenes, and it's not just, oh, we get a fight here. It's a lot mentally on
Right.
you being a fighter, and a lot of situations that go on behind closed doors, not just in the ring or when you're training, but on the
Mm-hmm.
outside life that you got to keep in check before you even get into the ring. So I wouldn't condone that on my kids yet. Now, if they so choose older, like, Dad, I want to do it, like I really want to do it,
Mm-hmm.
then of course I would support my kids in anything they want to do, but I wouldn't force their hand and be like, you're going to box. I want you to do this because I do it.
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't be right for me as a parent.
Yeah. So would you go more towards the father training route, or would you just get them maybe where you currently train at, and just let them take over?
Mm, that's a good question. That's a hard question too.
Because people like, I don't know if you know much about the heavyweights in the UFC, but Tom Aspinall, um, he the current heavyweight champ, and his dad
Mm.
basically like devoted his whole life,
Towards his
yeah,
career.
towards his son's career and
Okay.
training him and getting ready for the UFC. And this was, um, as he started his pro career, that's
Mm.
when he really made it a priority to,
Like really devote himself into
yeah.
okay. That's I kind of see the same, and I don't know if you know about with Devin Haney, Tiafimos,
Mm-hmm.
the Abdullah Masons, like them
Mm-hmm.
fighters, which their dad has really good success behind their kids. Like, it's proven. Abdullah Mason, world champion. Devin Haney,
Mm-hmm.
multiple division world champion, undisputed world champion. Teofimo Lopez,
Mm-hmm.
undisputed world champion. Arguably all great fighters in their own right. But
Mm-hmm.
to answer your question, I don't see myself, if they did, back, like, wanting to be in that corner, because I would have to take myself as being a parent, seeing them hurt.
Right.
That'd be my first thought. Now, I want them to be safe.
Right.
But I can be wrong in certain moments, and he just going through the motions, like, okay, these punches are accumulating. Me on the outside looking, being a parent for him, I'm worried. I don't want my son to have a brain bleed or
Right.
death that I could have stopped. Put, like, I don't want that. But him as a fighter, he might feel different. Who am I to tell him, you have to stop this fight now?
Right.
Now, he might look at me different, like, did you not believe in me? Like, and that's like I was saying on the mental part, that goes into it. So, of course, I'll be in his corner, but when it comes to being a head trainer, I would have to take a step back and just be like, I want someone like a Robert Garcia or Freddie Roach to train you, because they've been in certain moments with fighters that they can see more than I would be able to, because I'm just thinking as a parent, not a coach. Because I'm a parent first and a coach second. That's firm thought.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really gave much thought to that myself, but I mean, I would train him. I would be one of his trainers, but I probably wouldn't be the main trainer. Just because I'm pretty sure, like, even now, my life is hectic. You know, I'm definitely gonna make time for that, because ideally I'm gonna be retired by then too. And but I think at just some point you gonna have to release them.
That's kind of how I think about it. Because once you get to a certain level, like, and God willing, I hope I go far, and I pray I do, and I work hard enough to where I really believe I can. But there's going to be a cap to what I can give them, and what I do know, and the information is just going to be like, all right, you've been in certain moments that I haven't been to yet, so now I got to get you around someone, or get you around a group of people that's been there, and they can give you this information better than I can. So that's kind of how I look at that situation. But like I said, we have like Tom Espinal, Devin Haney's, that parents, they backed them 100%, and they got them to the highest level and achieved so much. So it's like, it's kind of like I don't know. It's kind of like up to you as a parent. How do you believe in it? So yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, when I cross that road, I have enough life experience, or enough experience in the world of fighting, to really make that decision with enough discretion. But yeah. So let's talk about the gym you train at. What's the name of the gym? Where it's at? Local?
I train at a Gregory Boxing in Lombard, Addison area. So kind of suburban Chicago.
A little north.
Yeah, a little north out there. I've been training there for 5 years. The only gym I've been to, really. And we share a sister gym with also called Gregory, but they're located in Des Plaines.
Okay.
I want to say 10 miles, 30 minutes away from the gym that I'm located in.
Right.
And they have some good fighters there. Their coach is Wayne Gregory, and they actually have a UFC champion out of there. You might heard of her, Juliana Pena. Yeah, so it's probably like, it's really a good community, really a good gym. Love it. Good coaches. Wayne Gregory is great. A lot of information, a lot of experience under him. So couldn't ask for more.
Have you got the opportunity to train with her?
Not really. So I'm kind of heavier than she is.
Right.
As a woman, like, I've seen her train, seen her spar with other females, other males, but I've never had the opportunity to, like, share the ring with her, share the time, and get to actually pick her brain when it comes to a fighter. So no, I haven't had that opportunity. But she's a kind person. Whenever I see her, she speaks. Good advice. Always listening when she speaks. So yeah, nothing but positive.
So since you haven't had the time to train with her, have you watched her, like, spar, or just how she move around the ring and operate and
I've had
make decisions?
I've had the opportunity to see her spar twice.
Okay.
With another female fighter that we have, up-and-comer prospect, Taya Hoverson. Really good. She's been to Olympics, a lot of achievements, two-time national champion. I've had the opportunity to see her spar with her 2 times. And it's really just a chess match when it comes to boxing with her, which surprised me from her coming from MMA.
Right.
How good her stand up was just like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, she can really strike.
Mm-hmm.
Because as boxers, like it's kind of ignorant for us to do. We kind of look at MMA guys like them. I don't know if the stand up is there, but with her, she was holding it and she was giving like a test to the other females. So it's like, she's nice, man. She's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more of a negative look or outlook coming from boxing to MMA versus MMA to boxing. I think as MMA fighters, I think we all look at boxing as I feel like we all have this understanding that you can't just go to boxing and expect to be great just because you have X amount of years of MMA,
fights.
right? Experience or MMA striking. There's a lot of factors that go into it, like spacing, timing, punch selections.
Yeah, punch output.
Right. Especially the punch output because, you know, we got although we may be fighting for per round longer, but the most is 5 minutes. The most you can be fighting is 10, 12, right?
Yeah.
So
24, 26. Yeah, it's a lot.
That punch output, you got to be able to, man. You got to be able to have that for really. Would you agree that the fight starts after the 6th round?
Definitely, definitely, because you're tired, and at that point, it's really coming down to
been tired.
Yeah, like, no joke. Been tired after the 2nd round. We're over there breathing heavy, but after that 2nd round, you're fatigued. That's when fatigue really sets in, and it's okay. Now it's fundamentals. How do you perform in the gym when you're tired? Right. That's what's going to come out after that 6th round. So it's that fatigue is no joke, man. That's and a lot of people don't know that for both of our sports, any combat sports, you have to be conditioned to last. Like because the moment you're not, and that's when a lot of knockouts happen, is when guys just get flat tired and they can't.
And they start making mistakes.
Sloppy mistakes, reaction time get bad, and
hands start dropping.
A lot of variables go into it. So it's like you have to have that condition in any combat sports you do. In any sports you do, I'm pretty sure, but mostly with combat sports, because you have to be on your P's and Q's at all times, because life can change in the blink of an eye. So can in the ring, like a punch can change your life. So you have to be ready. You got to be conditioned, and you have to be able to push yourself to limits you didn't even think was possible with yourself in order to come out on top. So yeah.
Have you had a fight where you went in there thinking, you know, you had a good camp, and especially conditioning wise and whatever, and you get in there early on, not even the 6th, maybe like the 3rd, and you was like, damn, it's hitting me.
Man, you know what I don't think is talked about a lot with that is the lie within itself. The moment you walk to the ring, it's not even after the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. It's that ring walk when all that emotion hits you. Like, man, I should have ran more. I should have really pushed that last round. I shouldn't have gave up. I should have went to that sparring session. That's when all that comes out, and and you see that happen as a fighter go through the motions in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th round. If they get there, that's when that happens. That's when that doubt sets in of like, man, I thought I put it all in. I thought I did really good, but it's like, you could have did more. And you as a person, you could have did more when it came to training or road work or doing that extra round when you thought, man, I'm dead tired, but you got it in you as a fighter. You know when you can push yourself to the limit, especially when you got something big coming up, like for me, a pro debut. So that's when it comes out, man. It's not even that first bell for me. It's when you make that ring walk. That's when it hits you. And I know
how you feeling. Yeah, how you feeling on that? When you wake up, how you feeling that day? You feeling flatter now? You feeling rejuvenated?
Good. You feel like you put in all the work. Like that's when it comes out, man. I wouldn't even say that 1st round. So it's like to answer that. That's you just, man. You know when before you even get in that ring, you'll know.
Yeah, because a lot of people and it sucked, like the timing that it happened. Like for some people, it happened on the biggest fight of their life.
Oh my God! Right, biggest night could have changed you and your family life, man. Like,
and you come out flat. You come out tired, or you know, just like you saying, all these variables, these woulda, coulda, shouldas. Like, man, I wasn't. I waited too long to start my weight cut, you know, or I was BSing too much during the process,
Shouldn't have
and
ate that burger. Like,
right,
man, it's a lot of
and
things.
stress, all type of, you know, family issues, and then you just sometimes you get in there and you just like the fight happening. Fight comes too fast, like, you know.
You put a nail on the coffin, man. The fight to you is like, man, I need a second.
Right, I need a second to breathe.
And
Like,
then next thing you know, ding,
they
ding, ding,
calling you to the
you
to
up
the
next.
ramp, yeah,
Like, man, like what? And you
man,
know, like, man, fighting is. I tell
finicky.
people all the time, it's 80% mental, 20% physical. Like anybody can get in there and hit anybody in the face, or
Right.
learn a combination, how to throw a 1-2-3 or a 1-2 leg kick. Like anybody can learn that.
Mm-hmm.
But that mental has to be strong enough in order for you to make that ring walk and believe that you can come out on top in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's different.
You gotta be delusional.
You have to be. And you got to be a little bit insane.
Mm-hmm.
I make a joke in the gym, like, because we train early in the morning, 6 o'clock. And they like, man, y'all kind of crazy. And I'm like, yeah, I got a few screws loose, man. You got to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, who wants to get punched in the head at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Right.
Me as a fighter, I do it, but I know my inner self, I know I don't. Like, I don't want to be here right now. Like, I'd rather be in my bed, cuddle up with the sheets on my shoulder, like,
right,
feet rubbing, but we're here to put in work. So you got to be a little bit crazy to believe in yourself and believe you can go far in this sport, because it's not promised.
Yeah, because I mean, you gotta be crazy to believe dreams come true. You know, as much as they tell you they do, much as they tell you they don't.
That's,
And you got to be delusional to think that, you know, the biggest dream you can dream is gonna come true. Like, as long as you put the work in, you know.
yeah.
So
And there's no promises at the end of that road.
exactly, you don't know what's
Man.
you don't really know what's gonna be at the end of the road. You
Nope.
know, you just know that the little stuff you pick up on the way is what's gonna last forever. What's gonna make you? It's gonna make you strong enough to handle what's ever at the end. Whether the end is, you know, everything that you dreamt it could be, or the end is reality that, you know, this is the end.
Yeah.
Right. And this is where that dream ends or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, it all makes for a cool story. You know, it's all, you know, that dash in between. You know, the 1997 dash. You know, the year you go.
Yeah.
It's that dash, you get to add that into your legacy.
That's
you know?
That's your story.
Exactly.
That was your timeline. Like, that's a good one. I like that.
Cause yeah, I mean, I think they say like 5% of the world population actually gets in like a combat sport, and, you know, get in there.
That's a real small percentage.
Exactly.
That's a real small. And think about how small our community is, for your community too. Like the MMA, Muay Thai community. Like, you run around them guys at every fight, every little training session, or every gym, and you kind of just like, man, I see the same 20 guys every time. And it's really like a small group, a small community of people.
Right.
So it's like that 5% is really close, and it's really like a knitted. I tell people all the time, like, when beefs come on in boxing, or like someone like calling each other out in the name, and I'm just like, bro, behind the scenes, a lot of them guys are cool with each other. Like, they grew up with each other, father son duos. Like, his dad knew his dad.
Sparred somewhere at some point. Yeah.
Like, man, like, so like that's all for promotion of the fights. And some people get it, some people don't. More casuals, but for us, that community is so tight knitted because we all piggyback off each other to get to certain positions. Like,
because it's an individual sport, but you can't train this and be successful training by yourself.
Facts.
Or just hitting pads or whatever, or just going against people who's less quality of a fighter than yourself. You know, that's only gonna get you so far, and that's gonna get you exposed at some point.
Facts.
So you need to be in that upper room, upper echelon of fighters, and it's only so many, right?
Yeah.
It's only so many of y'all, so many anomalies in the world.
Really is. So it's like you gotta treat every relationship with respect and cherish it. Because if you burn it, it's kind of like, who's to say you get in the room and that person that you burn talk bad about you in that room, and now you know messed up your
name
position.
tainted.
So it's like,
yeah.
You gotta, and that goes without even just being a fighter, just in anything in life. Like, just treat your relationship with respect. Like, care about what you do, treat it with respect, treat others with respect, and it'll get you far. Like, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know at the end of the day. So, you gotta treat everything with respect.
Yep. because I mean, and especially like my business, photography, videography. You know, it's only so much money I can get to. It's only so much money one of my other colleagues can get to.
Right.
So, you know, having a good relationship with them, being able to trust me with their business, with they clients, and you know that they got to work for, work with continuously. It's a lot of trust, and it's a lot of like you gotta be a professional, like a stand up guy. And I know people be saying business isn't or it's not personal, it's business and whatever. But I've never been the one to really believe that. I believe who you are as a person shows up in your profession, whatever you do.
It really
Right?
does.
If you are irresponsible as a person, you go handle your business responsibilities irresponsible. If you somebody who can't show up on time,
You'll be late
for
and
personal stuff, yeah.
That's real, man. That's why you got to work on your character and who you are as a person, because whatever you do, first impressions are important. And if you leave a bad first impression on yourself, that's kind of like who people you know you are. Now, if you just showed up and been lazy, your boss is always going to think of you as a lazy person.
Exactly.
If you're not, like, you know what I'm saying? If you can't hold yourself accountable in situations, people are just going to be looking at you as like, oh, you can't tell
They're
him
gonna box
anything.
you in. They're gonna
Like you put yourself in a box. Like,
Exactly.
You don't want to put yourself in a box. So first impressions are very important. And any situation you go into, you got to hold yourself as a professional, because you only get one first impression.
Yeah.
So,
I thought about that too. My MMA debut, I didn't win. I feel like they kind of hosed me low key, but
man, them amateur judges, man, they kind of hard to appease.
But yeah, man, I was just like, damn. I started off my MMA amateur career with an L, and it was a pretty big promotion, fighting in the casino and all the other stuff. And,
okay. Do you feel like you performed good?
No.
No? So you left the ring kind of feeling like you could have did a little bit more after that performance?
Yeah, and it was just one of those. I think that was like the first time I really went out to a fight feeling like just flat. Like, you know, the Mr. Crab meme where it's just him and it's spinning, everything is spinning around him.
Yeah.
Bro, that's how it felt when I went out there. And then just like you said, it was like, damn, I just need another. Like, I wish this fight was tomorrow or something like that.
Yeah, like give me a second. Like, let me recoup.
But it's just shit. Being a fighter is tough because, like you said, it's 80% mental, and mentally, I just had a tough camp, and like shit just seemed stuff was just seeming off about the whole camp, and I don't know if I think I had maybe a bad weight cut too. On top of that, and not every weight cut is the same. Like, you can approach it the same way. You can have your system, but shit,
every weight cut is different.
For some reason, that day before, that last 5 pounds is just not coming off.
Man, that's probably one of the hardest things, is getting that last 2 to 5 pounds off. And you know, like,
you cotton mouth, man.
Oh my God, you walking around looking like you on the brink of death. You begging somebody to give you a drop of water, and you just like, man, like, I don't got it in me no more.
Yep. The worst is when the weigh-ins be at like 5, 6.
Oh my God.
So now you going all day just looking at everybody eating, drinking, and then you you feel like a zombie.
I purposely try to stay off the phone that day because I don't know if something be trying to mess with me, but whenever I get on social media, I see nothing but food, water, somebody eating, a mukbang or something. I'm just like, wow, right now.
Yeah. I was about to ask you about some of your techniques you done picked up about cutting weight, and also, what weight class are you fighting out of?
Right now, I'm fighting at the weight division of 147. So, walk around weight is kind of a little heavier than that. Obviously, I'm not sitting around at 147 all the time, but
170.
nah, that's too big. But I'm gonna just say, like, along the lines of weight cut, I
Mhm.
kind of just learned, like, through coaches or through other fighters and what they do, just kind of watching what you eat along the lines, just even being on the outside of camp, because you don't want to get too out of shape. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to sit here and be down in 3 burgers a day or eating a bunch of junk food or a bunch of candy, chips, and stuff like that, obviously.
Mhm.
But when it comes time to get in like fight camp, I'm usually eating a lot of white rice, beans, chicken, fish, a lot of veggies, lots of veggies.
Mhm.
Snacking very minimal, and even when I do snacks, it's lots of fruits. Watermelon and green apples are very good for a weight cut. I
Mhm.
don't know if a lot of people realize that, but
Cucumbers.
it contains a lot of vegetables with a lot of water
Mhm.
intake. It's very good because once you get the sweating, that's really what you're sweating out. It's a lot of water intake.
Mhm.
So it's like very good to maintain that water intake in your body so you can sweat it out and then also replenish it when you need it after recovery and stuff like that. Fish oil is very great for the cells because a lot of people's cells sit like this, but when you take the fish oil, they kind of form like this, so it helps it falls off when you're
It's good
swimming.
for the heart too, they
Yeah,
say.
it really is. It really is. It's a lot of benefits in fish oil, but stuff like that and just drinking a lot of water. Contain probably a lot of the drinks that I drink is 90% water.
Yeah.
Never drinking rarely drinking juice and pops and stuff like that. But if you're seeing me out in public, I'm drinking water. Got a water bottle with me.
Yeah.
Rarely drinking juice because stuff like that is hard to cut off. You don't really sweat a lot when you're containing a lot of sodas, juice, or candies and
Right.
sugars like that. That kind of sticks to the fat. So
Mhm.
gotta intake stuff that's healthy for you that your body can run off of, and that gives you energy also because we only get like a car or a mechanic. We only get one car, so you gotta take care of it.
Yeah. So some people find that they lose weight easily when they drop their carbs.
Mhm.
And some people don't drop their carbs at all.
I don't see. I'm not. I'm one of them people that drop the carbs.
Yeah.
Sodium and carbs are very important because
Mhm.
sodium's obviously like salts and stuff like that, which I just said sticks to the fat. Carbs is kind of like you don't want to intake too much of that. Like you can limit the carbs you take, but you don't want to intake a lot because it sticks. Or like I just said, it kind of sticks to it. So
Mhm.
I'm one of them. I'm one of the ones that kind of cuts the carbs out a lot. Bread, grains, stuff like that. I try to stay away from, especially the very few weeks of going into the fight. I can't be taking a lot of carbs.
What would you say your calorie intake is normally, and then, or what would you say it is during camp, and then maybe
During camp,
and then the last 2 weeks?
intake. Let's see. I'm gonna go based off what I burn, because normally when I'm in the gym, I can burn anywhere between 2,000 to 25. I'll say in one session. So I have to intake. Obviously, I got to replenish that. So I have to make sure that I have to intake around 7 or 8 calories. 7 or 8,000 calories if I'm cutting. So I have to limit what I take in. Also place back what I done burned. So it's very it's low. It's very low. I would say that my intake is very low.
I know, man. So that's something I've been trying to be more on top of, and I think the last camp I changed the way I ate a little bit, and I tried to, like, now I'm trying to stay a little heavier a little longer because I lose a lot. Like,
What do you fight at?
I fight at 185. Right. So I'm cutting, but here's the thing. Even right now, with just me running, just eating moderately healthy, right? I can start, and then training every day, Muay Thai and jits, and then going to the gym and running, right? All that, I can be in peak shape and sitting around like 197, 200, right?
That's you before the cut.
Yes. So the low, like I can get down to, like I was getting down to like 194, 195, and I would just work just training hard. So it's like, damn, it's hard to regulate that, and it's like I must not be eating enough.
I mean, and
But
what
I
are you
swear,
doing
like
on the outside of camp?
I lose about 4 pounds every training session. So
Yeah, yeah. So you burning a lot of calories while training.
exactly, yeah. So it's like, damn, I need to up my calorie intake.
If you're trying to gain in that sense, yeah. But if you're trying to lose, I wouldn't up it because you're trying to cut.
So my thing is, I felt like I was losing a lot too fast,
When it comes to okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So then when it get down to that last week, it's like shit. I'm already lean. I'm like I don't got much more to lose and like
Right.
going. Yeah, it's just
But
damn.
I mean, you walk around with a lot of muscle. I mean, you're not a small guy as it is, so it's
Right.
like a lot of that does factor into it.
Yeah, and then it's like I gotta drink twice as much water as the average person. It seems like.
How much do you lift on the outside of camp versus in camp? Because I would say with me, I don't necessarily, I lift, but not to grow.
Yeah, I don't do heavy weight. Like I'm still doing stuff between the 12 and 15 rep range, something where I'm moving the weight real fast and I'm working on explosive stuff. So I've been doing functional lifts the last because I had got up, especially coming from, like I said, coming from fucking 240, you can only imagine. So I was like, shit, I can spare not going to the gym for a little bit. So the first couple years of me training, I wasn't really in the gym like that.
So it was more cardio work for you then when you was in the gym.
Yeah, it's all cardio, all running, all changing eating habits, and like people hate to run. I like to run. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't know how.
But especially during the summer, you can easily catch me out running.
I don't know how. That's one thing I'm still trying to. I've been doing this for 5 years. I'm still trying to cope with that. Like,
damn, I gotta go run.
I'm not looking forward to that, man. I'd rather do 20 rounds on the bag than run. Like, but I understand it's important because it helps you cut weight. But I don't know how you like it, man.
I don't know. Like, I don't see how people do cross country or run marathon. I don't like it that much. But like, as far as getting a good 3 to 5 miles in, I can do that. Like,
with ease, huh?
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that every day down there. As long as my knees feeling good.
That'd be the biggest problem is the knees and the bottom of the feet. You be like, man, my stuff cooked today.
I can get myself prepared to do it outside, right? That's fun. That's going to a certain distance, seeing stuff, and feeling the sun on you, shit like that.
Yeah.
But when I got to do it on the treadmill, I'm like, man, I don't know, man.
See, we different, man. I love that treadmill now. That outside on the knees, it get me every time.
I feel like it's easier outside than on the treadmill because it's the impact of that hard ass board that the belt is on, right? Yeah. I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all prefer the treadmill or running outside.
Come on, I get y'all that run outside. The nature is nice. The view do be nice. The sun be nice.
The air be better. All type of stuff, man.
Yeah, you. But the knees, can't do it.
I be having a knee brace on mostly. I got Osgood Slaughter in both knees, so it's like that extra compression. It really
Kinda
matters.
help out,
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I need to try knee compression or something. Man,
Something, man.
Can't do that outside. Man, I done tried the different shoes, the Hokas, the
you
New
can try
Balances.
I need to try the Hocus, man.
No, they ain't helping. Good on the treadmill though. I'm gonna tell y'all that they good on that treadmill. That's all I'm saying.
Treadmill boring, bro, and it's like I don't know. It's like it don't be going fast enough, or like I just be bored. To be honest with you, I just be bored. And then I hate a bad treadmill. Like,
yeah, the ones that be noisy when you running.
Yeah, the belt be moving, or like it skip, or I don't know. It don't seem powerful enough. I'm picky, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say you sound a little picky, man.
I be overanalyzing stuff.
Treadmill, I get my work done, man. Get my 3 to 4 miles. I'm gone.
Nah, but like, I know when I was going to Vasa, like they treadmills is so bogus, like that could randomly cut off or the belt to start skipping and stuff like that, and it just blow me every time. mess around, just get off and
See,
go home.
they ain't taking care of their equipment, man. That's all that is. They gotta take care of that equipment. It's
Yeah.
getting used every day. You gotta oil it up, you know. But
Yeah.
I get the outside. The outside do be nice because I run at the Joliet track at the St. Francis Stadium, which is better because it's got the track is a little softer than actual gravel. So outside is nice, especially when it's nice outside. You get the nice weather. You get to breathe a little bit more. So,
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
I was telling myself this, once the spring starts, once the weather get a little better, I'm gonna start implementing the stadium more into my training and stuff like that. More sprints, more steps and shit. Man, it don't matter how in shape I am. I go up a flight of steps, I'm tired.
Boy,
I don't know what it is about going up steps, but that shit do not sit well with me.
Look, I'm gonna say it like this: you could be in top shape. You go up some stairs that's more than 10. You gonna be get at the top of that stairs and like
fumbling with your keys and shit. Like, hold on, man. Hold on.
Give me a second, man. Come on, now. Them stairs different, especially that Stairmaster too. That'll get you.
See, I think the most I did was like maybe 10 minutes on the Stairmaster. But people be on there, but like, yeah, I did like an hour. I didn't set a new record and stuff, a new personal record. I'm like, damn, doing a couple hundred flights. I'm like, I don't see how y'all do it, bro.
I think the max I did was 25 minutes. 25 was decent. It's just about pacing yourself. Once you get in a rhythm, just like with running, you get in that runner's high, you kind of like, you understand your body all moving on one accord. So it's like, just get in a rhythm with stuff, but.
Bro, that runner's high is a thing. Some days you feel it. Some days you do an extra mile. Man, some days you shit.
I'm still trying to find the runner's high. I can't find a lot. It hit me one time. And it felt good. But after that, man.
I would say just try and change the way you go into certain situations, right? And this applies to anything in life. If you going into a situation you can't change, the only thing you can be accountable for is yourself and how you handle it. So you can go to work and like, damn, I really got to go in here to work and handle all these, deal with all these people, or you can be like, man, I get to go to work today. I get to support my family.
Right, change your mindset.
Like I know I'm gonna hate it today, but let's at least try and
find something good in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think about that with running. Shit. Some days I don't want to do it, but I know I don't want to be tired in front of hundreds of people. Right?
Like we said, get out work.
Right.
And now we get knocked out.
I know I don't want that.
Jumping on the fence, and we just like, what happened? Coach, what happened? Like, what happened? So run. That's definitely important. You definitely got to change your mindset going into stuff.
Yeah, so let's talk about the debut before we really gotta get to wrapping stuff up. So you say you had about 20 amateur fights, right?
Sir.
So have you won any national championships or any regional championship belts, anything like that?
I've had the opportunity to participate in the Golden Gloves once. This was right before I made the decision to turn pro. I got to the last round. Previous 2 rounds before that was very tough. Fought some good fighters. I believe one of them guys that didn't belong in my weight division, but came out on top on a very close decision, a split. In the last round, I couldn't get it done. Kind of going back to that moment of like the mental part, that ring walk, going in there before, and it was filled with not that I didn't put in the work, but more so like, man, like, am I deserving of this right now? Like just questioning myself. And as a fighter, you shouldn't have the moments because it's kind of like detrimental to you and your career as a fighter. So it's like having that moment really was an eye opener at the time. It was like, man, I can't go into a fight questioning myself ever because I lost the fight already. Before I even stepped in the ring, I was already defeated. Not by my opponent, but by myself. So.
Right. And that fear, I was just saying this the other day, and they were saying the worst thing you can have going into a fight is not terrible cardio. It's not not physically being ready. It's the fear, letting the fear grow into let it consume you and get into your body, and man, that goes to your cardio. Like once your heart rate get up, now you already feel like you're not prepared. Now you
Yeah.
a little scared. Now
Yeah.
it's going up higher than what it normally,
And
and
that's
then
when the adrenaline kind of works against you in that moment because you just like
arms get
firing, you
heavy.
doing everything,
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden you kind of like in the boxing term, you kind of like blow your load,
right.
and now you kind of sitting there like trying to
Yeah.
catch your breath. You go to the corner, your coach is trying to revive you, pour water on you, and the next thing you know,
Right.
you might be getting up off the canvas,
Right.
So it's like
Right. If you looking at them talking to you, but like it just feel like mute.
you're
Right.
not receiving any other.
Yeah,
Don't jab here, do
when
this.
when you in your dream and you fighting, you feel like your punches, you
Oh
punch
my
with
God,
pillows,
man, you hitting it
all
on the
that,
nail.
yeah.
Or your punches going in slow, or you're trying to
Yeah.
move your feet, and it's just like,
Yeah.
that's really how it was when I got to that moment. So it's like, I'm thankful for the opportunity. It was a good experience.
Mhm.
Could have performed better. I feel like I should have won, especially up against that guy. But after that, I kind of more so focused on going pro, which was me training around a lot of pros, going to a lot of pro gyms, being in a lot of pro training camps. Like I got the opportunity to meet Rick Ramos and Jessica Maskill, which they work with me to this day, not like a manager or anything, but allowing me to come get rounds at their gym and work with their fighters alongside like Eddie Alvarez or Lucas and Lane and stuff like that. So along them lines of just like the amateur side, I kind of not threw it on the back burner because obviously I still had to get fights to become a pro. Because a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but in the state of Illinois, you have to have 20 or more fights to go professional.
I didn't.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fights though.
It is. It
Damn,
is.
to
It is.
accumulate that,
It is.
that's a lot of weight cuts.
It's
Shit, that's all.
Hey.
That's a lot of weight cuts,
like the
bro.
late great Floyd said, man, you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So that's
yeah.
kind of my mindset how I went into it because I did fight at 154 and I walked around. Obviously, I'm not a small guy. I walked around a little heavier than that. So I didn't want to focus my training camps more so on me cutting weight. So I would just be like, man, I'm going to just stay at this weight. Like, I'm going to just walk around here and
That's
just
what I
perform
kind of
here.
want to do. Like I just said, I feel fucking optimal strength at like 195.
yes, yes.
And I fought at 195 for on the catch weight and whatever.
How did you
And,
feel going into the fight? Was it different or
I mean,
heavier?
I did not feel. Obviously, I did feel heavier than 85, right? Let's not be fucking delusional. I definitely felt a little heavier, but I definitely didn't feel like fucking 205 or like I'm just coming off the couch or
Right,
whatever.
like your feet is in sand or something.
And it's
like
like,
that.
damn, I felt like, you know what? I feel like if they had a 195 weight class, I would be a fucking 10-time champ because, I can train hard and not kill myself to, get down to 185.
Because the weight ain't more so a problem of you trying to like,
right.
man, I got to go up in here and wear a sauna suit or wear a hoodie when I work out or run this long so I can burn this
Now
much.
I can run for fun. Now I can run with the purpose of
Train for fun. Like,
exactly, yeah.
Training ain't stressful when you got to focus. I mean, training is stressful when you have to focus on weight.
Exactly.
Now you got to watch everything you put in your body. You got to wake up in the morning and weigh yourself. Like, I mean, obviously you have to do that anyway, but you got to make sure you go to sleep at a certain way. You wake up at a certain way. So it's like,
and then like be realistic. You a little weak at that. You see how motherfuckers look when they weighing in.
bro. Oh
So that's another thing. It's like I'm doing it for certain advantages. That's why people cut weight, right? That's why people are weight bullies. And it's just like, damn, how much of an advantage am I really getting, especially in MMA? Because
y'all weight gaps are a lot.
it's basically every 10 pounds, 10, 15 pounds or whatever.
That's
Because like if I don't fight at 185, I gotta fight at 205, and it's like if I'm fighting at 205, I'm fighting somebody who's cutting from like
230 or something. I was gonna say like that's scary in a sense because when you move up, you're not really fighting a 205er. You're
Right.
fighting a legitimate heavyweight that's just trying to cut down and get an advantage, just like you were if you was a cut weight. So it's like, what advantage am I getting? Going up or going down? I mean, going down, I'm taking away from my body.
And it's like I'm not going to show up to the fight fucking 6'3" like everybody else.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's like everybody that I fought has been like 6'2", 6'3", and above. So it's like I'm not gonna win there.
Look,
like
when they touching gloves, you looking up like,
right.
Man, how am I gonna touch this chin? Okay, we'll figure that out.
But yeah, and it's like, damn, if I can have more of the strength advantage and at least be have more energy, then cause I think I'm gonna have the strength advantage more so in whatever weight class. Yeah. And I feel like it's gonna be even more prevalent at 205. So I mean, I'm a experiment, but in this area, you don't find a lot of people that size. That's the thing. It's either like the 170, 75 ish area, or heavyweight. Cause nobody want to cut.
Well,
Shit, that's in boxing. Shit, over 200. That's like Mike Tyson shit.
yeah, if you 190, we looking at you as a heavyweight.
Right.
I don't care about no cruiserweight. That's
right,
bro. You heavy. You
heavy
big.
as hell. Yeah.
Like you big. Like you thump me one good time, I'm going on the floor somewhere finna curl up. So like,
right.
Yeah, I understand. Nah, them weight cuts is crazy for y'all, man. I couldn't do that.
That's a lot to think about. But yeah. So your pro debut is the 22nd of this month, right?
Of this month. We're legitimately like a week away.
Yep.
Wrapping up training camp as we speak. We got a few more hard sessions to go. A few more hard sparring sessions to go. And God willing, we'll come out on top.
So during your camp, do you usually spar with a closer group of people versus just if you were out of camp, just sparring, you may spar with people that you don't normally like. You ain't probably spar with in a couple months or something like that.
Me and my coaches, we're very selective on who we spar. If we haven't worked with you in the past, we're kind of more so hesitant because obviously in training camp you don't want to bump into any injuries or unnecessary cuts or unnecessary concussions or stuff like that. So it's kind of more so a tight group. Like we're working with the same few guys. We might invite maybe one or two guys that we probably worked with in the past, or another coach has recommended us with and been like, hey, this is a good look for this guy if you're fighting this guy like a southpaw or a weird unorthodox fighter or something like that. So sparring is more so tight knit, not inviting a lot of guys. It's close.
Yeah, it's very conclusive.
Yeah.
So yeah, especially when you're trying to fight or you trying to prepare for a certain style.
Yeah.
When you got film on a person and stuff like that.
Exactly. And then how I look at it too with that is like I'm in one of the hot weight divisions. Like 147 through 154 is like you're gonna see a lot of them guys, and I don't want to go spar with a lot of guys and then I end up fighting them down the line and it's like, oh, they know my flaws, they know my weaknesses. Not to say I care about any of that because I can improve myself, but
exactly.
I don't want to work with everybody if I'm going to eventually fight you in the future. So it's like I will work with my guys that I'm safe, and we all sit around like some relatively around the same way, but we have that respect with one another and coaches that we know if it came to that moment, like you said, it's not personal. It'll just be business at that point. Like
yeah, some people don't be a good training partner. Like it's be some people where I gotta stay away from, not necessarily because I'm scared of them or whatever, but it's just like
for your safety. Like
and then like if I'm trying to work out some stuff and implement some stuff in my game, I need you to be a professional, right?
Yeah.
And it's not a win or lose. Some people do treat sparring like that, win or lose, like bro, you just like
we were saying about the ego, man. Like some of them guys, they have an ego,
right?
And they come into that sparring session as like, oh, this is an actual match, but it's like, dude, this is where a lot of people get hurt is in these sparring sessions, man. Like some guys survive the fights and don't get hurt, God given, but like a lot of them guys get hurt in the sparring sessions because, like you said, they don't work with people that know how to control themselves and kind of just look at it as like, all right, I'm just trying to work here to get better. Practice is practice and not the actual fight.
Yeah.
And it's hard to come by guys that are like that. So when you do run into them, you kind of keep them guys in your back pocket like, hey, when I'm getting ready for a fight, I want to work with you because I know I'll be able to work with you and get something out of it and not a black eye or a busted lip or a bruised elbow or, a stinger in the wrist or something like that. So it's important to come across guys like that and just, like we said, keep a good relationship with them. So
because I didn't spar with one of my good training partners, and I didn't looked up. We've sparred for like I think it was like 6 rounds. Then and we was both feeling like we can go more, and some people you be like,
After a few rounds, you kind of like, all right, I'm done.
After the one round, you know, open sparring, you usually pick a new partner every round. You be like, nah, I ain't fucking with you no more.
You're like, I'm cool on your rounds, bro. You trying to
Right.
uppercut from way down there,
Well,
trying
it
to
ain't
take my
that
jaw
serious.
off. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
I still gotta go eat my meal after this. I still gotta chew my food. You gotta chill. Like,
And then they say this more so about boxing just because of how hard boxing sparring is. They say a lot of people leave their careers in the ring and shit. A lot of people make a career out of being a good partner for
yeah, that's sad truth. It is, because it's kind of a hard window to gauge when you're what is light sparring and what is heavy sparring, because like, and I know it's a joke a lot of people make, a lot of young guys make, oh my bro, like he said let's go light and then he'll throw a hook, but there is moments like you'll go into a sparring session and you be wanting to work with a guy and he might do something, not necessarily a hit, he might
You can give him a receipt.
You know, like you might check him, but then that check might come into like, all right,
Oh yeah.
now you gotta pay this statement. Now you got to pay this bill. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like with boxers, a lot of the sparring sessions are hard. A lot of them, there's no like I said, it's really a vague window to gauge what's a light sparring session and what's a hard sparring session, because all of our sparring sessions look hard. But versus you guys can go up in there with open sparring, pick a different sparring partner, and you might just touch spar. You're still getting a lot out of that. But with us as boxers, we're like, nah, it's 100%. There's no nice. There's no, oh man, I'm sorry for hitting you on top of the head. You hit me behind the head, I'm gonna just get you back. That's just how we look at it as fighters, because it's like, it's an ego part in it, but it's also like a respect. Like, you're gonna give me my respect, but also like my ego might override in certain moments.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, you know, when it comes time to in camp, you know, you are picking up a little more. You not necessarily throwing a little harder, but like, you know, this is as you get closer to the goal, you know, that's where you need to be as aggressive, fight ready. You know, the aggression, that level, you know, the ferocity, whatever, however you want to, you know, word it. That needs to be primed and ready, right?
To go don't fight night, yeah.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
And then usually the last 2 weeks anyways, you're not doing much sparring, so that's where you're getting your recovery from there, and you just really focus on
kind of dialing in on the game plan, making sure everything
pad work, right, you know, cardio, all that other stuff. So yeah. You know, it's a lot to go into being a good fighter, but it's also more that goes into being a professional. You know, it's so if there wasn't like a line there where this separates the boys from the men, you know, it'd all just be a shit show at the end of the day.
It'd be a mess.
Yeah,
it'd be to the point where anybody can do it and have success in it. That's to me, that's how I look at it.
That's where we seeing kind of like this YouTube boxing shit, man.
Yeah, man, that's the world of its own. When I get questioned about that, I kind of look at it as like, I get it, like it's entertainment, and it does help the combat sport in a sense. And like for the Jake Paul, I tell a lot of people he has helped the women's boxing community grow in a whole. So it's
he
like
put a lot of them on their card,
you know, and really put food on a lot of them tables. So it's like you can't take that away from it. So I get what he's doing, but it also opens a window for, like, let's just say, not knocking anybody, but let's just say like a 34-year-old to be like, yeah, I'm gonna pick up fighting, and then in a few months I'm gonna get a YouTube fight and be like Jake Paul and make $1 million. Like, you don't understand that there's risk behind what we do. No matter if it's look fake or you think it's scripted, it's still risk. And we seen that lately with Jake Paul. Like,
he may not fight again.
May not bite a spoon the same again.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. So it's like there's risk. Even with what he do, it might.
But yeah, man, scripted or not, man, you can go into every fight with a bulletproof plan, and shit, you can be off laying on the ground next minute, then you got hit by a bullet. So
questioning, looking at everybody like, what happened? Like,
all right, exactly.
I thought I had it figured out, but like the infamous quote, it's redundant, but like Mike Tyson say, everybody got a plan until you get hit in the face.
Exactly.
But to me, it's what you do after that and how you able to hold,
How you respond.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
compose that anger and act. So
Mm-hmm.
as long as you can do that and compose yourself and act
Mm-hmm.
accordingly, you'll be all right.
Mm-hmm. So, as far as your debut, man, how do you feel about going into the fight? How do you feel about the style of, what you bring in and what your opponent bring? Is there a big style difference, or y'all pretty much evenly matched, or
I would say me and my self belief. I feel like I'm outmatched
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to my opponent.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen much on him. I've seen maybe a few clips, a little bit of tape on him, but so far I haven't seen anything that I should be worried about.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as I put in the work, I know God isn't going to throw anything in my way that can like deter me.
Mm-hmm.
So my belief in Him is no question. So I know
Mm-hmm.
as long as He in my corner, can't nothing go against me unless it's me, myself, and I. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm good on that aspect.
So, are you one of those fighters who more so worry about being like a student of the game, to where you're watching tape, trying to find every little like flaw about your opponent, and trying to build your game plan through that, or are you more so worried of they gonna have to adjust to me and what I'm doing and the pace I'm putting on people, and the pressure I'm putting on people?
Necessarily both, I would say. More
Mm-hmm.
so me and my pace and what I'm going to do to people. But I
Mm-hmm.
also like to study my opponent and just to know, like, you never want to go into any battle
In the unknown,
uneducated.
yeah.
Like, you got to have a little bit of wits about your opponent. So I'm not going to say I'm more so be like, oh, I got to find out everything he do, what he eat, how he sleep, what he train.
Right,
I'm not one of
right.
them people, but I do want to know, okay, how does he throw his jab? How does he move his feet? Is he coordinated or not? Is he athletic? Is he quick? Is he fast? Does he hit hard? And then after that, I'll come back like, all right, I know all that. Now, let me go put in my work so when he fights me, he got to figure me out. Because I figured him out just by watching tape.
Right.
Now it's my turn to make sure I'm on my best ability and I can perform my best. So when come fight night, he's looking at me like, man, I wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't ready for this.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time he figured it out, the bell has already rung and my hand is already raised. So,
Right. Yeah, that's a good philosophy to go at.
yeah.
So tell the people where the fight is.
My fight is going to take place at the University Hall, Chicago, downtown. This one is more so a charity event, which we're putting on for a cause for like kids that are unfortunate and can't afford things. So it's a good cause, good event, nice fighters. Me, Eddie, Lane, a few guys that I train with. So it should be a nice event. If you can tune in, I'd love for you guys to tune in. If you could come out.
Is it gonna be televised, or is it gonna be streamed?
Should be on BXNG, the little boxing channel. It's gonna be a link out on Fight Now. I'll post it as I go live and stuff like that. So just tune in. If you can follow me on Instagram at Big Meech the Boxer, Big Meech _ the Boxer, and at Facebook Demetrius Green, my name. And if you can give me a follow and a few likes and a share, go a long way.
All right. Well, this was a great talk. I can't wait to have you back after the debut.
Oh yeah.
After this win, we can, a minute to society. We're just watching the tape. We can watch the tape back.
Oh yeah,
show
the highlight.
Yeah.
Like,
We can
man,
react
check
to
this
it.
part out. Hold on, let's check that out. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a little fight story to talk about. But yeah, man, I thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity, man.
Letting the people know about, how you are as a fighter, what you think about, how you prepare and everything like that. And yeah, man, you go win. We go watch this tape.
Yes,
We
sir.
go have a drink or two, something to relax. And
Sir.
yeah, man.
Many more opportunities, many more fights, many more podcasts.
Right.
I wish nothing but success for you in the future. And I appreciate the opportunity again. I can't say it no more. For allowing me to express myself and get myself out there. So
Yeah, Joliet, we got a lot of people who do a lot of great things.
definitely do.
Me, you, Fears, the Fierce
Yes,
Brothers,
yes.
couple other fighters. There's a lot of fighters from
Yes,
here.
JoJo.
Yeah,
Jason
JoJo, yeah,
said
for
one
sure.
of them.
You know, he still trained at Chicago Fitness, so I see
Yeah.
him pretty much
Yeah.
daily.
I run into him all the time when we're sparring at like Sam Colonna's all the time. Him
Mhm.
and his pops, real good people. So
Mhm.
definitely, man, we got a lot coming out of Joliet, and we definitely need
Yeah, I need
more
to get him
positive
here.
light shed on our people and the things that